Hello, and welcome back. We got to chapter 2, and we also found the Alm of Water, but she was unwilling to join us because, presently, she is the ruler of her kingdom, and she doesn't have a successor lined up.
I see you've all made it. Her Majesty Queen Palamina will forthwith bestow upon the appointed alms the rites of initiation. Alm of Fire, Hina. Alm of Wind, Karina. Alm of the Moon, Morley. Please enter the Sanctorium. Soul Guard, you and your pet may also enter the Sanctorium. Come.
Would you look at that? The Alm of Water never did show.
Hope we won't have to wait too long.
Only Morley actually knows who the Alm of Water is. You and your pet. It's like, come on.
Alms of the land. Once every 4 years, you gather here to begin your journey.
Hold on. That's the guy that ran into us at the fountain.
You're right!
With the untimely disappearances of the Alm of Earth and the Alm of the Moon, our world has been teetering on the edge of oblivion. Yet tonight, the Alm of the Moon stands before us in the Sanctorium once more. Morley, the Moon's chosen. We are most heartened to hear that time has been restored to the parish of Eoren. Please, continue on your mission to protect the future.
Yes, Your Majesty.
We will now commence the sacred rites of initiation. By the powers vested in us, the Queen of Illistana blesses you with the pure waters of Pritta. May it protect you on your alms journey. Hina, accept your duty as alm and receive the blessings of Salamando. Karina, accept your duty as alm and receive the blessings of Sylphid. Morley, accept your duty as alm and receive the blessings of Luna.
The funny thing is, this is only done halfway through the journey.
With the Alm of Earth gone, that leaves a total of 4 alms remaining. The Alm of Wood can be found along your path to the Tree of Mana. You will be expected to meet them at Elusia Isle, as is the custom. While the Alms of Light and Darkness have yet to be named, they should be arriving in the capital in due time. However, the remaining alm is already here.
He knows? How does he know?
You mean the Alm of Water? But they haven't been named yet.
The Alm of Water is you, Your Majesty.
How could you possibly know? Master Passar is correct. I have indeed been named the Alm of Water.
Wow! A queen and an alm. What are the odds?
Pretty high.
You could have
as
let us
far as I
know,
can
you
tell.
know.
I did not hide this fact out of malice. Pray forgive the pretense.
Then do get on with the rites, if you don't mind.
I'd like to kick you out.
I, Palamina, accept my duty as alm and receive the blessings of Undine.
Your Majesty, O gracious Alm of Water, please faithfully see your duty through to its end.
Yeah, he wants her to die.
The world is depending on you.
Passar wants her to die.
Soul Guard Val.
Yes, ma'am?
I am counting on your protection on our journey to the Tree of Mana, such as it is.
I won't let you down.
My fellow alms, I am in your hands.
I wonder if she fights or if she's on the sidelines like Hina.
Your Majesty, if I may, are you prepared to leave for the Mana Tree with us?
Now that my role as the Alm of Water has been revealed, I imagine it will not take long for the news to spread through the capital.
Pasar seems poised to rush in as soon as your seat is vacant.
If only I had the time to talk with Niccolo first. I could have been assured of one ally at least, but I was unable to locate him.
You make it sound like Pasar's a criminal mastermind.
Yeah, he kinda is.
This isn't a matter of just one bad actor. Ilistana has a complicated history.
If he's a crook, just throw him out of town. Doesn't sound so complicated to me.
In a city this big, everyone has connections. Pasar has his own allies and flunkies, political ties to other officials, and influential citizens.
In the past, the wealthy preyed on the poor to fatten their purses. Pasar benefited greatly from that old system.
I read a book on the historical stratification of Ilistana's hierarchy. It said the rich got richer on the backs of poor citizens, working just to make ends meet.
My father the king had only just begun to reform that inextricably integrated inequality, but the newer system is shaky at best. As I took on my father's mantle, so my brother will succeed me. However, he is quite young. Pasar may take advantage of this and sway others to his cause. If I could be assured that there were checks on Pasar's power in place, I would leave for the Mana Tree this instant.
Palomina! There you are, Palomina!
Ian, you should not be out at this hour. Go home and rest.
Rest? How can I be expected to rest? Come, we should talk privately in your chambers.
May I prevail upon you to be present for this discussion?
Did he say to go to the Queen's chambers? Is that okay? I mean, are we allowed in?
I find the present predicament supersedes any worries of privacy on my part. Case in point, I did indeed extend the invitation. Come, I will show you to my suite. Allow me to formally introduce you. This is Ian, my younger brother.
Brother? And that must mean he's the crown prince.
Yes, apologies, but there's no time for pleasantries. I just received a report that Niccolo has been arrested.
For what?
What?
Niccolo? Wasn't that the name of your guardian, Morley?
Whoa, what's going on here?
He has been charged with obstructing the flow of water throughout the capital. It must be a mistake.
What about proof?
If Pasar is behind this, he can fabricate some. He used the ceremony to distract us.
But why frame Niccolo?
As a renowned merchant, Niccolo has his paws in many pies. He has even thwarted several of Pasar's malicious motions using his influential ties. If Niccolo is jailed while I journey to fulfill my duties as the Alm, no one will be able to aid Ian with his new role as ruler.
You sound like you've already given up.
Oh, it's those three.
Madeline? How did you get in here?
I've accompanied Niccolo on many a foray into the palace. The guards know not to bother me.
Do you have a plan?
But of course! All you have to do is find out what's really causing the water issues before Pasar can produce his proof. Father sent us to sniff out clues, but before we could report back, he was captured. So I'll tell Mew what we would have told him. Our noses took us to the Luca ruins.
I see. The Luca ruins were known as the Water Ruins. Perhaps the capital's water problems were not due to a mana-deficient disaster after all.
Is it time to call up the guards, Jim, you think?
No, I would like to see for myself before involving any additional aid. We must keep the search small to avoid our adversaries noticing our advance. I will summon the guards later, should the need arise.
Allow me to accompany you, Your Majesty. I want to find my father.
Me too. I'm the Soul Guard, and it's my job to make sure you're all kept safe.
I am heartened to have such able associates. Let us find what secrets lie in the ruins and rescue our stray friend.
It's settled. We'll leave at first light.
Not right now? Okay, whatever. Allemande has joined the party.
Hey there.
Watchful Natha. Hey, mister. Yeah, you. Do you know what my mom told me just now? She said there's a big group of monsters blocking off the road at Pritter Ridge. It's causing all sorts of trouble because they won't let anyone pass. I was going to tell them to get out of the way, but I'm kind of scared of monsters. Could you go tell them for me? Ugh. Gatum the Spry. Oh dear. I just got home from a trip to Ledgus Bay when I realized I didn't have my house key on me. I can only imagine I dropped it somewhere in Ledgus. I'd go back and look myself, but I'm far too tired now. I hate to ask, but would you be kind enough to go to Ledgus Bay and look for my house key? I can't get in otherwise. Ugh. I've done that sort of thing before. It's an absolute pain. And yes, I did have to go back because I didn't have anyone to go fetch it for me. Lighthouse Attendant Warver. Ugh. Hey, you got a minute? Could I ask you to relay a message to the lighthouse attendant at Pritter Ridge? His name's Neil. I need you to tell him that my stomach has been bothering me all day, and I'll be late for my shift. See, I'm also a lighthouse attendant, and I'm due to take over from him at Pritter Ridge, but with this sudden stomach pain, I don't think I'll make it on time. As soon as it settles down, I'll make my way over. I know it's a lot to ask, but if you can do me this favor, I'd really, really appreciate it.
The Luca ruins are past Pritter Ridge, not to be confused with the ruins on the plateau. You gotta go farther than that.
Oh, Madeline, do not forget to give them the vessel.
Oh, silly me.
This is an elemental vessel. We call it the Undine Flask. You can use it to protect yourself from the monsters in the ruins.
Oh, how fortunate. I have not seen that flask in far too long. Where did you locate it?
Passar had been borrowing it, but I had a chance to snoop after he left his abode, so I took it. The chance and the flask.
Yet another topic I wish to have words with Passar about. Ian,
Oh.
do you swear to look after the kingdom while I am gone?
On my honor.
Oh, that's great for her. That's funny, there's water droplets on her tail.
I can aid my allies with this new strength.
Grand Diviner. Swinging their large sides toward opponents to send them flying, this class demonstrates its mastery over water by ruthlessly freezing their enemies. Ow.
This is gonna hurt.
Buckle up.
Just what I need.
Silted boomerang! Just what I need! Feel the breath of mana! Or finish!
That's one. Don't let it get away.
Well, that
Nothing
was
is going
easy
to
enough.
deter me. Let me see. A rare item.
Pure water.
There you are, little cactus.
You found me. Where to next? Huh. Looks like he dropped something. Now we're getting the bonus of 10% off at shops too. Awesome. What's that now? Warrior's got an upset stomach? Oh boy. Well, can't really blame him for that now, can I? I mean, he always covers my shifts whenever I'm feeling under the weather, so it's only right that I return the favor. I'll watch the place until he recovers. If you don't mind, could you go back to Illistana and tell Warver not to sweat it? I'll cover him. Oh, and give him this too. It's stomach medicine. Works a treat whenever my belly starts acting up something fierce. Safe travels, and thanks, by the way. I owe you one.
Oh?
Hello there. Can I help you with something? You're looking for a house key that someone dropped? Well, today is your lucky day. I happened to pick up a key on the street not a moment ago. I'm assuming this is the one you're looking for, yes? House key! It's a good thing I found it. You'd better hurry up and return it. I'm sure the owner is worried sick.
Silted boomerang!
That's the last.
I got it! This is how it's done.
Well, what's that?
Oh, it's you again. Did you manage to pass on my message? Thanks so much for that. Huh? Neil says he'll cover my shift? That fellow's 1 in a million, I tell you. I'll be sure to thank him next time I see him. He also told you to give me this medicine? Shucks, I didn't mean to get him all worried. Sorry for the trouble, kid. Honestly, I'm still not feeling all that great, so I guess I'll take Neil up on his offer. Time to have some of this medicine and rest up, I suppose.
Helping out people in need can be so rewarding.
Blessing of light. Hello again, traveler. Is that my house key I see with you? Oh, thank you for finding it. You really helped an old geezer out, you know? Here, I want you to take this. It's not much, but it should help you on your journey. Now I can finally get home. Safe travels.
That was a great new experience.
2160 Luker. Whoa! Did you tell the monsters blocking the road to take a hike? That's amazing, thank you! They were doing something bad, so I guess they had it coming. I'll go tell my mom that the monsters have gone and it's safe to travel now. Oh, I should give you something as thanks. Here, it's one of my most favoriteest things, but I want you to have it.
Helping out people in need can be so
Extra
rewarding.
MP times 1. Alright.
Long ago, the Luca ruins were a place of worship. I mentioned before how some refer to the place as the Water Ruins, did I not? Our ancestors built it for those who wished to pay homage to the spirits. Now, however, there are hardly any who venture out in this vicinity.
You'd think that lots of people would want to come see such a beautiful place.
Do you like historical sites and ruins, Karina? I have studied the topic extensively myself.
I'm not so much interested in ruins as I am in seeing everything I can. If I'm on the alms pilgrimage, might as well make the most of it. Still, it is pretty. I had no idea there were places like this to explore. I guess I'm lucky to be the alm after all.
Luka Ruins.
What a mysterious place. The plants look so different.
I can see why people thought this was a good spot to pray to the spirits, though.
Oh, great. A dead end.
There's something weird about this water bubble. Weirder than the obvious, I mean.
Perhaps the problems with the water supply pertain to this puzzle.
What now?
The device could yet be a deceptive decoy.
You're not wrong. Let's keep an eye out on the way. Stay sharp.
That's quite a lot of monsters. Heads up!
Status effect burning. The status effect burn will periodically deal damage to your character while in effect. You can instantly remove the status by entering bodies of water, such as lakes or rivers, or by being hit with the water elemental attack.
Get this done.
Make use of the water's power. We can overcome this.
The Elevator Gauntlet. This elevator will not stop until you defeat every wave of incoming enemies. You'll have to muster up every last ounce of strength to overcome this challenge and proceed to your destination. If you spray the watery sphere in the center of the elevator with the Undine Flask, it will create bubbles with different supportive effects. Healing bubbles will restore the health of any ally who enters them. Attack bubbles will damage nearby enemies when they burst.
I think we can use... Okay. Reinforcements. Get ready. Get behind me.
But you better get through this.
Easy.
You're mine!
Does anybody have water?
Got it. I'm on it. Here, use this. Thanks. I can still fight. I'm on it. I got your back. Hang in there. I'm on it. Silphid boomerang! Got it! Got it! Take this! Come at me! Save this one just for you! Enough from you! Unleashing my full power!
Remind me to take the stairs next time.
Strange that such a surge of opponents might occur in this space.
That's one way to keep a secret. Make sure no one can reach your lair without defeating a horde of monsters.
Morley's right. There's something up ahead that no one wants us to find. Let's go.
More monsters may have been alerted to our maneuvers after that melee.
We were quiet enough to go unnoticed. Probably.
We are in the clear, it seems.
For now, just be careful.
Master, Her Majesty Queen Palomina is here! With the alms! What? How? Why?
This location turned out to be the source of the water's stagnation. Was this dastardly deed your doing?
You should be on your way to the mana tree and out of my fur by now.
You put the citizens of Illistana in danger in order to frame Niccolo. Why?
Simple. He stood in the way of my ambitions. I would make a much better king than that sniveling brat. This small bit of suffering on the part of the people is necessary to achieve my ultimate goal.
You would sacrifice the well-being of the many for the benefit of the few. Gone are the days when Illistana's wealthy could impose their will over the common good.
Those with the means should have the right to lay down the law to those who lack it. That system propelled the capital into the prosperity it sees to this day. Perhaps your appointment as Alm is the goddess, making her will known. After all, you must give up your position and leave the capital. She is telling you that you, Queen Palomina, are no longer needed in Illistana.
There is no higher honor than being chosen as an Alm. You're just trying to make excuses for your underhanded plot!
An honor? Ah! An honor to throw your life away for a rotten world of filth? You may keep that honor, sir. No matter. Now that you have discovered my plan, you must be disposed of. Just think, a world that has lost all of its alms. What an interesting place that would be.
It's no world at all. Oh, hey, it's this guy. Full Metal Hugger.
Uncontrollable opponent.
Now's the time to act, not think, Palomina.
The official Soul Guard, I'll protect you all! Take this!
Oh, that's funny. He's just got one leg in it, but it counts.
Take this!
The eyes of use this thing. Still up there. It's coming down though.
I don't think you can see anymore. It's a good eye.
And it went back up. As long as I have this water shield up, though, I take no damage from this level, so I might as well run into them so that...
Salamander! Undine!
I'm with you.
Silted Boomerang!
We cannot waste any more words on this monster. It must be felled. It's far enough time to escape.
Elemental vessel is ready.
Silted Boomerang! Silted Boomerang!
Spirits to our side.
There we go.
Blasted curse it all! How could the mighty full metal hugger have fallen?
Your schemes end now, Pasar. This is the end of your bid for the throne.
So you don't have to worry about your trip to the mana tree.
Fools! You yearn for your own destruction at the hands of the mana goddess! It beggars belief!
Who's really the fool here? Sounds like the whining of a loser who wishes he were worthy enough to be an alm.
The alms' pilgrimage is a revered tradition throughout the world. We have been chosen to preserve the future by the fairy and the elemental spirits.
Your life is your own to live, not to sacrifice for the sake of others.
None of us want to live at the expense of our loved ones. We are their hope for the future.
Besides, we know what happens if you refuse to go.
Alms are not tethered to this world with petty desires like life and freedom, but an empty existence.
They're not free to go anyway. Or free to stay anyway.
Waste
We
the
know what
rest of your
happens.
short lives traveling to the mana tree for all I care.
No! He got away.
Leave him. I will dispatch the royal guards to deal with it.
What a relief! Thank you all.
Undine.
Oh, what a horrible mess. Full Metal Hugger interfered with the water flow, which in turn drained away my power. Let me tell you, it has not been fun. But I believe I have you to thank for punishing those imbeciles in my stead. Thank you, Alm of Water.
I came to help not as the Alm, but as the Queen of Illistana. I needed to restore water to my people.
I see. Your final act as queen, then.
Final?
Fairy has told me a lot about you. I can tell by your expression that you've come to your decision, though.
Yes. I am no longer wary of abdicating the throne. With this, Niccolo's good name should have been restored. Shall we return to the capital? I am relieved that Undine has been rescued.
All's well that ends well. We can let you know once we get back.
Yes, let us return to the capital.
You've returned!
Father, you're all right.
Once the water in the capital began flowing as usual, they cleared me of all charges. I was
looks
told
like the
that
Nickelodeon
Tsar is on
Legend
the
of
run,
Mana.
but we can consider this case closed.
Father, I would like to introduce my travel companions.
It's a pleasure to meet the convoy of alms, and to see Mew again, Morley Alm of the Moon. You look surprised. Don't you know that nothing escapes these ears of mine? For my part, I hope the rest of Mew Alms and Mew Honorable Soul Guard will take good care of Morley and Palomina.
Your Majesty, I'm so happy to hear that you've announced your appointment as the Alm of Water.
What do you mean by that?
Well, Queen Palomina told me in no uncertain terms to keep her status as the Alm a secret.
Usually, the Alm is named with a ceremony by the fountain. It's a big deal. Without the public announcement, everyone assumed that the Alm wasn't chosen yet.
She begged and pleaded with me not to tell anyone. I couldn't tell her no.
I apologize for my unwillingness, Fairy.
Sounds like the Queen's got a stubborn streak.
Oh,
The waters of Illistana are so refreshing.
It's good to see you again, Undine.
Well, I had to attend my alms ceremony, and I wanted to be sure to thank everyone again for all of their help in the ruins. Now then, Palomina, allow me to explain your appointment as the Alm. You have worked hard to give the people of Illistana a place where all walks of life can come together. You made the capital what it is today. It is the very nature of water to flow. You managed to overcome the stagnated worries in your own heart and move forward. This is no small feat. You have shown the great city of Illistana the truth behind their water woes. And in doing so, you managed to dispel your fears and do your duty as queen. Now then, Fairy, if you please.
Of course, Undine. Your Majesty, Undine has judged you worthy. Water-wise Queen Palomina, by the grace of the Goddess of Mana, I name you the Alm of Water.
It would be my privilege. I promise to ensure the continued prosperity of Illistana by fulfilling my duty as the Alm. Now then, my fellow Alms, I believe we have a journey to complete.
The Alms of Light and Darkness should arrive in Illistana shortly. Until then, Mew all have time to enjoy the capital. See the sights, try the local delicacies.
We still get to stay in our rooms at the palace, right?
Woohoo!
Why do I have to go to the inn?
Aw, poor baby.
I'm not a baby. I just wanted to stay together. Oh well, I'll try and be on my best behavior for the queen.
There is no need to go out of your way. From now on, I am simply Palomina, Alm of Water. Ian, I know that with you on the throne, our kingdom will flourish.
I will not let you down.
I know you will not. I am afraid that I must leave Ian's ascension in your paws, Niccolo.
My debt will be repaid with interest, Your Majesty.
I believe our promise is no longer in peril.
I suppose that I might need more instruction on how to govern a kingdom after all.
Looking forward to it, Your Highness.
And so, the queen was named the Alm. A rare occurrence, but it just goes to show that anyone in the world might be bestowed the honor of joining the pilgrimage, no matter their upbringing. Each Alm is chosen based on their own merits. Will I have the chance to ask Fairy the reason why she chose me?
She doesn't even know. Hello, I'm Dragon Rider Luke. I'm a Christian streamer, and I'm always up for a friendly chat about my faith. I also think that it's important that people read or hear the Word of God frequently, so the next 5 minutes or so will be a chapter from the Bible. If it feels like I'm skipping around, that's because you're not watching my videos in stream order. Leviticus 21. The Lord said to Moses, "Speak to the priests, the sons of Aaron, and say to them, a priest must not make himself ceremonially unclean for any of his people who die, except for a close relative, such as his mother or father, his son or daughter, his brother, or an unmarried sister who is dependent on him since she has no husband. For her he may make himself unclean. He must not make himself unclean for people related to him by marriage, and so defile himself. Priests must not shave their heads or shave off the edges of their beards or cut their bodies. They must be holy to their God, and must not profane the name of their God. Because they present the food offerings to the Lord, the food of their God, they are to be holy. They must not marry women defiled by prostitution, or divorced from their husbands, because priests are holy to their God. Regard them as holy, because they offer up the food of your God. Consider them holy, because I the Lord, am holy, I who make you holy. If a priest's daughter defiles herself by becoming a prostitute, she disgraces her father. She must be burned in the fire. The high priest, the one among his brothers who has had the anointing oil poured on his head and who has been ordained to wear the priestly garments, must not let his hair become unkempt or tear his clothes. He must not enter a place where there is a dead body. He must not make himself unclean, even for his father or mother, nor leave the sanctuary of his God, or desecrate it, because he has been dedicated by the anointing oil of his God. I am the Lord. The woman he marries must be a virgin. He must not marry a widow, a divorced woman, or a woman defiled by prostitution, but only a virgin from his own people, so that he will not defile his offspring among his people. I am the Lord who makes him holy. The Lord said to Moses, Say to Aaron, for the generations to come, none of your descendants who has a defect may come near to offer the food of his God. No man who has any defect may come near. No man who is blind or lame, disfigured or deformed. No man with a crippled foot or hand, or who is a hunchback or a dwarf, who has any eye defect, or who has festering or running sores or damaged testicles. No descendant of Aaron the priest who has any defect is to come near to present the food offerings to the Lord. He has a defect, he must not come near to offer the food of his God. He may eat the most holy food of his God, as well as the holy food, yet because of his defect he must not go near the curtain or approach the altar, and so desecrate my sanctuary. I am the Lord who makes them holy. So Moses told this to Aaron and his sons and to all the Israelites. May God bless the reading of his word. Hey, we completed chapter 2.
Wonder who the alms of light and darkness will be. They're coming by boat, so I guess we can leave as soon as they arrive. Better make sure we're prepared, just in case. What's Hina up to at the palace? We haven't spent this long apart since we left Tiania. She might be lonely by herself in a strange new place. That settles it. I'll go check on her.
Verena, Morley, and Palomina have left the party.
Huh? If I go through the front, they'll just kick me out like last time. Maybe there's another way inside. Her room's gotta be around here, right? There's someone there.
Hey, it's Hina.
What's Val up to, I wonder?
Looking for you.
Heya.
Hina, it's just me. I figured you might be lonely, so I wanted to check and make sure everything's okay.
Oh, you thought I was the lonely one? But you weren't lonely at all, right?
No, of course not. In fact, I was busy making plans for the trip.
Ah, yes, the picture of Soul Guard preparedness.
That's right.
Joking aside, I realized I'm more weak-willed than I thought.
Hina?
If I'm being completely honest, I'm scared.
Scared of what?
Completing my duty as the Alm and sacrificing my soul. It's terrifying. When we set out on this journey, I hadn't really thought about the consequences of becoming the Alm. Of what I'd really be giving up. I never questioned my role before. It's ingrained in our traditions, after all. Our purpose in this world has always been to continue our way of life. The Alms are how we protect the future. But now, after traveling to all these exotic locations and meeting so many different people, both good and bad, I realized... Never mind. I'm probably overthinking it.
Ow!
A candy. Is it Eoren? Yep, knew that.
What's up?
Knew that was coming.
Eoren!
Sorry for eavesdropping.
He's
Can
had
I
the
ask,
same...
if you two could be together forever, would you? Continue living your lives as you are now, until you both grow old and gray. If you never want to let each other go, I can make that happen. I can show you a future free of the alms sacrifice.
You know where the Sword of Mana is?
If you trust me, come to the pier by the market before sunrise. I'll be waiting.
You know where the Sword of Mana is? How do you know where the Sword of Mana is?
No more alms. Do you think a future without sacrifices is possible?
With the Sword of Mana.
But what'll happen to us and our mission?
Good question.
I want to hear what Eoren has to say.
Hina?
He's been looking for the Sword of Mana
Let's go
for
talk to
4
Eoren.
years, I guarantee it. I know he said he was looking at soil samples,
Do you
but
remember when
he's
we were
definitely
kids
looking
and
for
I
the
got
Sword of
hopelessly
Mana.
lost just outside of the village?
Oh, yeah. Once I noticed you were gone, I ran out to search for you. When I found you, you were crying, which made me cry.
I know you must have been scared, but it meant a lot that you came to look for me anyway.
Of course, Hina. Even when we were little, I didn't want to be apart from you.
Me too. Val, You know, I've always...
Hina?
Never mind. It can wait until after we meet up with Eoren.
We left without telling anybody. Do you think we should have included the rest of the group in this? They're alms too.
True, but it's already late. And I know that Karina, for one, was exploring the palace from top to bottom. I bet she's fast asleep by now. Also, I get the feeling that everyone else has already come to terms with their role as alms.
The Queen certainly
But
has.
I just can't. I don't want to have to give all of this up. I want to keep living my life. And now that I've realized that, I know that what I really want is to stay here and keep making memories with you, Val. It's silly, but I don't want the others to see how selfish I've become. How unworthy I am to be an alm.
Don't say that! You were personally chosen by an elemental spirit. You'll make a fantastic almifier.
She doesn't want
Thanks,
to be an
Val.
alm, though.
That does actually make me feel better.
You're not the only selfish one. I wish I could keep traveling with you forever. Not to the Mana Tree, just anywhere. And everywhere. But I don't know how much stock we can put in Oren's plan. If there's no other choice, I think it's our duty to see this pilgrimage through.
Yep.
Agreed. I accepted the title, and I will do what needs to be done. But I'd like to know our options first. You know, you're a pretty good soul guard, Val. I was scared to talk about how I was feeling. I thought maybe the others, or even you, Val, might be disappointed in me.
Hina, nothing you say would ever make me think less of you. And I know the rest of the convoy feels the same. They'd listen to what you have to say.
You're right. I'll talk to everyone when we get back.
But first, we gotta hear Eoren out.
Good. You're willing to take a chance on me.
We want to hear you out, at least. What is it that you plan to do? How can you make it so that alms aren't needed? Won't the world fall to ruin if the alms don't sacrifice their souls to the Mana Tree and replenish the depleted mana power?
It won't. I'm going to change the unjust laws of fate that rule this world of ours.
Do you know where the
I
Sword
can
of Mana
fix
is?
it all, and the world will be better for it. For people like Hina and Liza.
Liza? You mean like Liza?
It figures you'd know her. She was a soul guard from Tiania like you. After she completed her mission, we settled down together. She's the love of my life.
Oh, we heard she got married, but didn't know who her partner was.
Is she okay? Where is she?
She's a stone statue.
She's around. Still in Guju, actually. 4 years ago, she was named the Alm of Earth.
Liza became an Alm? But didn't disaster befall Guju?
Yep.
Just because the village was destroyed doesn't mean everyone was lost. But living on the edge of a knife, waiting for fate to strike you down is no life at all. I need your help to change this world for good.
So, why ask the two of us?
Any Alm would be fine, but I don't know. When I look at you two, I see a lot of me and Liza in you. That's why I need you both to help me. What do you say? Want to change the world?
I want to see the future that Val and I can make together.
Sounds like I'm at your service, Eoren.
I knew I could count on the pair of you. Hop aboard and let me show you what I found.
Is the Sword of Mana at the bottom of the water here?
Did something happen to Liza and Guju?
Yep.
These days, she has a hard time moving. And
You're
it
not
seems
going
that
to-
she's still considered the Alm of our village, even after all these years. But I just can't let her go to the Mana Tree.
Where are you taking us?
A small island with a place called Rhaenys Shrine, where we can perform the ritual.
Ritual?
What ritual?
It's a ritual that allows another person to borrow the life energy of an Alm.
What?
That sounds dangerous. Will this ritual hurt Hina in any way?
Everything will work out. Using the power of a person chosen by the elementals, I can make it so the Alms won't have to sacrifice themselves, just like in the past.
How?
You mentioned something about that on the Prim. Is that why you're traveling the world right now?
I get the feeling he's the villain.
Yep, I've been searching everywhere for a way to fix things. I'd be willing to do just about anything as long as it's for Liza.
You're not even telling us why she's a
And
stone
that's how I
statue,
happened
or
upon the
that
two of
she's
you.
a stone statue.
What's that?
That is Rhaenys Shrine. It was built back in the time of Fadiel to honor the elementals and give thanks to the spirits. The elemental spirits are more in tune with things like this altar, so it's a good place to perform this ritual. I'm gonna head straight for the altar and get things set up. The terrain is a bit tricky here, so watch your step.
Rhaenys Shrine.
Careful, Hina. It really is hard to keep your footing here.
Thanks, Val. Such a mysterious place we've found ourselves in. Each breath of air feels so crisp and clean. The breeze is nice too. Val, I figured out what I really want. I want to go back to Tiania. With you. I want to hear the rumbles of our volcano as we go about our lives. Smiling, laughing, enjoying each other. Is that selfish of me?
Hina, of course it's not. I want the same thing. That's the whole reason I came here.
Really? You too? Then I'm glad it's not just me.
Yeah, but Oren's withholding a lot of information from us, and I get the feeling that he's going to try and kill Hina.
Taking this?
Hey, interesting. That's all the crystals.
Let's get started. Go stand in the center of the altar.
Hina, good luck.
Not so fast. You too, Val.
What? Me?
This ritual allows someone to borrow another's life force, remember? Hina needs your support physically to hold her up.
I'd rather you were with me anyway, Val. Please.
Eoren,
Well,
what are
okay.
you doing? Pulls out the Necronomicon.
Is it weird that standing up here makes me nervous?
No.
Yeah, it's weird.
No, it's not weird.
I'm not nervous. I'm with you.
Ugh.
And we'll be together from here on out.
I get the feeling that Rock is about to throw a wrench in his plans. Yep, that's the Necronomicon.
Mila Raila Fonil Zara Seiki Shakri Fukri Jadila Roto Lazula Tura Lola Lazul
Hang on.
Mula Shuzra Pula Rela.
Eoren, what are you doing? This feels like...
You've got it, Val. This ritual is actually used to draw out the abilities of people with particular powers. In other words, you, Val, can reduce living things to their essence, their core stones.
Into what?
When Liza told me about this little boy from her village who could crystallize monsters, I figured she was kidding. It sounded like a silly myth. But once I saw you in action, I realized you might be the answer I've been searching for. All I needed was the ritual in order to use your powers. And now, I'll have the core stone of an Alm. With it, I'll be one step closer to accomplishing what I set out to do. Hina! You're coming with me to Elucia Isle.
Eoren, this isn't... We didn't want this. You said we could be together. We trusted you.
Yeah, he lied.
I had to, Val. But her sacrifice won't be in vain. I promise you.
Val.
Hina, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. I didn't mean to do this. It's all my fault. If I didn't have these stupid powers, you'd be...
I always thought we'd get married and have lots of children. You'd grow into a wise old man, and I'd be by your side through the years. That was the future I wanted for us.
Yeah, that was plain to see, but...
Hina, no!
Ugh. I knew this was coming, and I'm still mad.
What does not wait for a lifetime, even if the light of my soul should fade? This love of ours we would never trade, no matter what. Close your eyes, your lips.
That was chapter 3.
Quite the quandary.
Turned into a core stone? I had noticed when monsters transformed into rocks during fights, but I didn't know it was your doing, Val.
You're sitting here feeling sorry for yourself. But Eoren isn't the only one to blame for this fiasco.
I know.
You know? Like you know that it's your whole job to prevent things like this from happening, Mr. Soulguard?
Karina, is this really the time?
No. She's right. I have no right to call myself a soul guard.
You won't even stand up for yourself? Pathetic!
How should we proceed?
What do you mean? You all still have a duty to fulfill at the Mana Tree. And Val is still charged with protecting the alms along the way. That hasn't changed. With the loss of the Alm of Fire, the village of Tiania is in grave danger. The longer you hesitate, the wider the damage may spread.
But how can I possibly make it to the Mana Tree when I can't even protect a single person?
Where do you think you're going?
Karina, leave him be. I know how you feel, but you're only pouring salt into the wound at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Morley. Don't tell me you're not mad at Val, too.
He was lied to.
But yelling at him now won't help. He should have talked to us before taking Hina on this fool's errand. But what's done is done.
I just don't get it. How could this have happened to Hina?
We received word this morning that Dorfer Volcano is active. The extent of the damage is not yet known. Eruptions will scorch the earth with fire from every fissure, so goes the saying. The village is vulnerable.
What about Val? If he quits, will we have to make the pilgrimage to the Mana Tree on our own?
A complex conundrum to be sure. I do not think it wise to withdraw with Val in this state.
Perhaps I can make Val see reason. All he needs is a nudge in the right direction. Leave this to me. Consider it payment from your assistance with my wrongful imprisonment.
Father knows what he's doing. Let him try.
Yeah, well, maybe you can knock some sense into that thick head of his.
He's suffered enough as it is. I doubt he could handle another blow to his mind or body after what he's been through.
I have a duty to the rest of the alms. They need protection. They need me.
I just noticed that's Norse script around his.
How can I protect
garments.
everyone when I'm the reason Hina?
I wonder what it means.
And how do I even face them? I wish none of this had ever happened.
Hina's pendant.
Once we get back, if we'd never left the pier, everything would be different. Hina.
Hi.
Pardon me, are you interested in ancient ruins by any chance? Don't give me that look. Ruins are fascinating places, I'll have you know. Allow me to explain. My name is Fuyu. I'm a historian, you see. My specialist subject is the civilizations of the ancient past. I simply love seeking out their unexplored ruins. Through my research, I've discovered that their ancient settlements once dotted the world. I would dearly love to visit them all. As you may surmise, this entails rather a lot of travel, and should one wish to travel, a skirmish or two with some monsters is nigh on unavoidable. The problem, you see, is that I'm not much of a fighter, and after my last foray, I have the scars to prove it. But you, on the other hand, I could tell you were a seasoned traveler from a mile off. You can't deny it. As for where you come in, well, there are 8 ruins out there in the world, and I need you to find them in my stead. Before you turn up your nose at the thought, I promise you that there's a reward should you succeed. Traces of the Ancients.
If only I didn't have this stupid power. If only someone else had been chosen as the Soul Guard. Hina,
I'm so sorry.
There you are, Val. Hard to find a prettier view than the ocean. Calming, too. Feels like your heart naturally matches the rhythm of the waves. I'd find Morley out here when I first took him in. He wasn't used to city life, but he liked the sea.
He did, huh?
Back then, Morley felt responsible for the fall of Eoren. So much guilt for such a small boy. You probably see what I'm trying to get at here. When it got really bad, I would give Morley things to do. Odd jobs, errands, you name it. Whether it was helping with some of the younger children or traveling with me to distant markets, I put him to work. Even introduced him to Milpa. Anything to give him a sense of community. I wanted Morley to learn more about himself and find a path of his own. It won't be easy, but you can't let this terrible accident close off your emotions. Sure, you could try to forget all about Hina, your powers, and the part you played in this tragedy, but it would solve nothing. You need to find the courage to face what happened, to face what's in your own heart.
My heart?
That's why fighting prowess is only a small part of what you need to become a soul guard. What matters most is your heart. And the will to carry on, for the sake of a bright future.
Although, it's not my place to force Mew into a mission Mew can't stomach anymore. I suppose if Mew're out of commission, then the Alms will just have to find their own way. By themselves, all on their lonesome. Of course, the road to the Mana Tree is full of monsters and inhospitable terrain, so a soul guard would be useful. But Morley and the others can hold their own against all those ferocious enemies. Probably.
Probably? What are you talking about?
Karina?
This pilgrimage is doomed from the start without our soul guard. So Hina's core stone was stolen. So what? We're just gonna have to steal it back. Without you and Hina's help, I never would have gotten this far in the first place. I won't abandon you both now.
Don't forget, you're not just our soul guard, Val. You're our friend and companion. This isn't a journey you have to complete alone. We're in this together.
Precisely. I would wish for none other than you to bid us a fond farewell at the end of our arduous adventure. Please, find it within yourself to continue this campaign with the rest of us.
Thank you. All of you. I shouldn't be asking any favors, but Eoren has Hina's core stone, and I want to get it back. Will you help me? Before we set out, Hina and I decided that if Oren's plan was a bust, we'd like to see this pilgrimage through to the end. It may only be a small piece of her, but I want to bring Hina's core stone to the Mana Tree in her stead.
An entity's core stone is its elementary essence. If we convey Hina's to the Mana Tree, we may stave off greater tragedy.
You're forgetting that we have no idea where Oren's gone. He could be anywhere in the world by now.
Actually, we got a name from him.
He said something about an Elusia Isle, I think.
Yep.
Didn't you say Elusia Isle? Perhaps luck is on our side today. Elusia is the self-same island where the Mana Tree grows. You're already on your way.
As I recall, first we must scale the Dede Cliffs. I have visited the vigilant Beast Watch who guard the bluff. It was terrifyingly tall.
Climb the cliffs? Don't be silly. You can use the jack seed, just like all the other alms.
Jack seed!
This special seed can swiftly grow a huge vine, big enough to scale the cliff. It saved the convoys a lot of time and effort on previous pilgrimages.
Then what are we standing around here for? Let's go find that lowlife Eoren and get Hina's core stone back.
The sooner we recover her core stone, the sooner we can continue our campaign to the Mana Tree and prevent any potential disasters.
What about the alms of light and darkness?
None have been named yet, but when they are, I'll send word that they are awaited here in the capital. You can come back and fetch them.
Once we're done in Elucia, we'll make sure to come back. It's not that far. As long as I've got Hina's core stone, I can fulfill my duty as the Soul Guard and safely escort all the alms to the Mana Tree. Looks like we're headed to Elucia Isle. Hina, I'll try my best.
I'm certain that Hina wasn't the only alm sent on this pilgrimage with misgivings in their heart. The burden is heavy, to be sure. Now it's up to Val and the others to shoulder that burden and carry on. If only there was something else to ease their load. Wait!
What is it, Father?
My 9 lives flashed before my eyes. I almost sent you all on your way without a proper introduction to my emporium. Your trip will only get tougher from here on out. Make sure you're good and ready before you leave.
Alright. Brina, Morley, and Palomina have joined the party.
Time to get on the road again.
Okay, everyone. I guess the Dead Cliffs are our first stop.
Correct. From Illistana, we must go by way of Arvet's pasture. We should see the cliffs once we cross Dura Gorge. The Beast Watch keeps an eye on the area around the cliffs. Without their protection, the one route to the Mana Tree could be overrun.
The Watch is all beast folk like you, right, Morley?
In the same way that the Soul Guard always hails from Tiania, the greatest warriors of Aetern are chosen for the Beast Watch ranks.
The whole world has their parts to play in the rejuvenation of mana. Now it's time for us to play ours.
Well then, lead the way, Mr. Soul Guard.
Arvet's pasture supplies food to the whole world. Its vast, lush fields are abundantly fertile. Though peaceful now, in the past people fought over this very land.
Arvet's war, right? I remember Hina reading historical accounts, and...
Hina was quite the ravenous reader, was she not?
Arvet's pasture. Proper introduction to the area. We could come here way
just
earlier.
Fields and farms as far as the eye can see, huh?
A familiar sight. It reminds me of Milpa's ranch.
Imagine having to plow this whole pasture.
The caretakers here rely on the capital and the blessings of the spirits to cultivate their crops.
One just for you! No holding back!
Does anybody have water?
This is how it's done. You're mine!
This poses a problem.
Use this! Come on! Come on! Here, use this! You're mine! Answer our call! Nothing is going to deter me!
Fortune Guesser Popple Pupil. Ancient ruins of Arvid's pasture. These seem to be the ruins of Arvid's pasture.
Everyone, let the elements emerge!
You're mine! One more. Okay.
You're on!
Flame saber! You're mine! Behold my power! No holding back! Come at me! We sure showed them. This is kind of exciting. A rare item!
Consecutive casting water.
Ready whenever!
I was told once that the area around Dura Gorge hasn't changed much since ancient times. The monsters are formidable too. Don't let your guard down for a moment.
Not everyone's perfect like you, Morley. But Hina's here too.
No, she's not here at all.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to...
Don't worry about it, okay?
Let's just do our best to stay vigilant.
Hina would be deeply disappointed in us if we were to incur any injuries.
Yep. That's what the candies are for.
The moisture in the air is completely absent, but the wind spirits are still present.
It's the worst. Val, walk in front of me to block the gusts.
Okay. I guess this could count as protecting the alms.
We're counting on you, Val.
Power of mana! Look! A cactus!
Found you, little cactus. That was a close one. Found me. Where to next?
Oh.
Looks like you dropped something.
I don't think he'll let us through without a fight.
We must make him move by foot.
Careful of that weapon. Close and easy.
Mighty Elemental, emerge!
Spirit, answer our call!
It's immobilized! Nicely done! Feel the breath of mana! It's immobilized! Nicely done!
We must overcome this ordeal.
Silken Boomerang! Don't overdo it!
Please don't die. There we go.
This event calls for the elemental vessel.
defeated a boss within 5 minutes.
Whew. Now we can keep moving.
Why do we have to fight such big monsters? They should just let us go already.
The Dede Cliffs are just ahead. We should arrive shortly.
Hey! Oh, the Alms and the Soul Guard! Wow! Hurry! Let's go tell the grown-ups! Yeah, hurry up!
Wow! What a welcome.
I feel the weight of my role as an Alm.
Thanks for bringing down the mood, Palomina.
Don't blame her. As queen, she knows exactly the manpower needed to provide for the alms. The Beast Watch may guard the Dede Cliffs, but it's the support of Illistana that sustains them here.
Let us first greet the Overseer of the Watch before we consider climbing the cliffs.
Yeah, I don't know how many people are going to be able to climb those.
The Dede Cliffs. They're so tall you can't see anything on the other side.
You're telling me people would climb these cliffs? No way.
The children went in the direction of the garrison. We should follow them.
Okay, so the scene at the top of the ridge reminds me strongly of the Secret of Mana title screen.
Look! A cactus!
Found you, little cactus. Couldn't find a good hiding spot. You found me. Where to next? Huh. Looks like he dropped something.
We are glad you all, Alms and Soul Guard alike, have arrived safely. We have been waiting.
Overseer Molebe, how do you fare this fine day?
Well, Your Majesty, though from now on I will address you as the Alm of Water, Undine's chosen and pride of both Illistana and the members of the Watch alike. There is yet another surprising presence within this convoy, the Alm of the Moon.
Yes, sir. I am Morley, newly appointed by the elemental Luna once her blessing was restored to the land.
There has been no better news heard in the garrison for years. As children of the parish ourselves, we are glad to hear that Aetern is not gone forever.
Hi, hello. Alm of Wind at your service.
Because he hasn't addressed her yet.
It is my honor. I have greeted many Alms of Wind, but none have had such a robust aura as yourself. The goddess of mana will surely rejoice at the power you'll bring forth into the world.
Aw, you're just saying that. But flattery will get you everywhere.
And where might the Alm of Fire be?
Looking for her.
The Alm of Fire is...
I see. Then Tiania has no chosen this year. Eruptions will scorch the earth with fire from every fissure. The wind will rage, and the winged fall flightless. Pure waters will run foul, and disease spread. The moon's hold over time will splinter, depriving all beings of logic.
Ah, the full thing.
Every land has their own legend of disaster.
Guju and Aetern each saw calamity transpire. Tiania will surely be the next to succumb. Where mana ceases to flow, tragedy follows. Such is the way of things.
It's been a while since I heard the prophecy of Aetern's demise. It sounds wrong.
Well, you know how these old prophecies go, Morley. Besides, Luna's back, so there's nothing to worry about anymore.
Not good.
But
I gotta get Hina's core stone back. Has a Gaian traveler come through this area recently?
Besides yourselves, we've only had contact with messengers from Illistana lately.
Thanks anyway.
Eoren is either late or lying in wait in a less frequented location. We must not linger long before leaving for Elusia Isle, lest we lose our advantage.
Time is of the essence. Let's see to the growing of the jack seed. Gloriosa!
Ooh, that is a big seed.
The Watch is tasked with performing the ceremonial planting and watering of the jackseed. The ritual is quite specific. We will see to the preparations. Please go to the rear of the garrison.
That's funny that they call it the jack seed. Relinquish the jack seed.
Not another ritual. I know it's not the same, but just hearing the word is enough to set me on edge. Okay, let's just head through the garrison and get this over with.
The seed is planted. Now, we must water it.
Commence the watering, Gloriosa.
Spirits of Earth, we beseech you, bring life forth from this barren soil. Guide the alms over the cliffs and to Elusia beyond.
Wow, I didn't think it would really work.
As we feared, the power of Earth has grown too weak.
What do you mean?
4 years passed. The Alm of Earth was prevented from completing her sacrifice. Ever since, the soil has been unsuited for growing plants, even as far away as here in Dede.
Without the blessings of Earth, the vegetation here screams for sustenance.
Even with an ocean between you, you feel the effects from Guju?
So, does that mean, this little baby sprout isn't going to get any taller? Are we gonna have to try and scale the cliffs to get to Elusia ourselves?
That doesn't look possible.
That might be difficult. How many days would it set us back?
A definite dilemma.
There may be a solution. If you can ask to borrow the powers of Gnome, Elemental of Earth, he may be able to restore our soil.
The Earth Elemental, huh? Though Guju is gone, it's possible that the Elemental is still in the vicinity.
That would make sense. Luna was still in a Taern.
We found the Elemental of the Moon. I trust we can find Gnome as well.
Guju. The Earth Village. There's a chance that Liza is still there too.
A chance? She's a statue.
I'll get you back, Hina. I promise. Just a little longer.
There should be a boat from the free city of Tsata that will take us there.
Then let's make for Tsata.
Soil that once brought life turns all to dust and stone.
Is there any mana left to sustain the land of Guju and its elemental?
Oh, there has to be.
Finally, we're on our way.
But where exactly should we head from here?
To the left of the pasture is higher terrain. We should start there.
Once we traverse the bridge pass and the moors, we should be able to see our target, Tsata.
These seem to be the ruins of Pritta Ridge.
This place is called Entwine Bridge Pass.
Huh, strange name.
People began calling the bridge Entwine after hearing the tale of a legendary hero proclaiming his undying passion for his paramour on this pass.
It's meant to symbolize the love of hearts entwined, no matter the distance between them. Father told me about it during one of our market trips.
I'm a memory, a whisper at your fingertips. Entwine, huh? It's not a bad name, I guess.
reminds me of times with my mother.
We're following in the steps of legendary heroes and the alms of old. Walking over this bridge is kinda a big deal, huh?
Entwine Bridge Pass.
Across the ocean lies the island of Lorimar and Teratio, a world-renowned theater. There they periodically produce a play, detailing the legend of a great hero of old. This bridge pass is also mentioned within the story. It is truly a touching tale. If we find ourselves with time, we should watch the performance.
Found you, little cactus.
Found you, little cactus. That was a close one. Found me. Where to next?
Huh.
Looks like you dropped something.
Yes!
Well, this is a boss arena.
So many people have taken this same road, past these same landmarks.
It has seen a lot. The bridge pass literally connects the past to the present.
Not exactly the most well-maintained bridge pass, though.
Well, that bridge was way longer than I thought. Longer than the one through a cairn.
True. I marvel at the masterful masonry of our ancestors. The bridge pass was built quite a long time ago. It is older than the oldest of our lore pertaining to that legendary hero.
I can't even wrap my mind around how old that is.
The Tailed from the East earnestly endeavored to enhance their relations with the human settlement in the West. Thus, they requested the Gaians to build a bridge that might connect them.
And now we will be able to reach the Earth Elemental Gnome, thanks to the ancient Gaians and the very same structure.
Well, Kaswiam Wars.
The drier it gets, the hotter the sun feels.
At least we're on track to make it to the free city of Tsata.
Then we charter a boat and make our way across the sea. Let's get going. I can still fight. Unbeam! Holy Saber! Here, use this!
Oh, Spirit!
That calls for a must.
You're mine! Holy Saber! Unbeam! Don't overdo it! I can still fight?
For your assistance.
Behold my power! I won't lose!
Come on! I will take over. You will.
Time to get to work.
I got this. We ask for your assistance. Spirit.
Here, use this.
You won't be defeated here.
Holy Saber! You're mine! Take this! Body. I'm on it! I ain't You're next!
There we go.
Go another round.
That was painful. Phew. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more and my survey of the ruins will be complete. I'm so hungry. I don't think I have the energy to take another step. Oh, if only I could have a bite to eat. A traditional Ledgis Bay meal would go down a treat right about now. Just gotta pull through. But it's no use. I'm done for. Oh, Miss Flair. I'd do anything for a bite of your famous home cooking right about now.
Watch yourselves, everyone! Don't overdo it!
One rival remains.
I'll save this one just for you! I won't lose!
This event calls for the elemental vessel. For your assistance. Thunderbolt!
Lend me your power! Nothing is going to deter me!
Okay.
Sweet! This is the best catch I've had in a while. Oh, I know. I can whip up one of my signature dishes. A classic Ledgis seafood stew. Wait a second. Do I even have the rest of the ingredients? Nope, looks like I'm fresh out. Hey kid, you got a minute? Mind going on a quick grocery run for me? Here's what I need. Piquant parsley from Quasia Moors, some jumblebeets from Arvid Pasture, and triasparagus from Pritter Ridge. Once you've picked everything up, bring it all back to me so that I can start cooking. Young thing like you can get this job done lickety-split. Now get going.
Hey!
Have you ever touched a Ladib wing? They're super soft and a great material for clothing. They're also totally in vogue right now. If I had some Ladib wings, I'd make a dress using them. If you come across any, mind sending them my way? This must be a gift from Undine herself. What did she say, my boy? You're asking about this bottle. Well, my son says he fished it out of the water. He must have gotten caught up in the fishing net or something. He found it a while back, but kept it on the boat until just recently. In Leviticus, we believe that anything in the sea brings to us is an auspice from our patron elemental Undine. We treat it like a treasure. My son had to go back out to sea, so he left the bottle in my care. Oh, would you look at that? There's a piece of paper rolled up inside. You want to open it up? Alright, let's take a look-see. It's not just any old paper. This is a letter. Guess it'd be rude not to read it. I am weak and sickly, and since I cannot play outside like other children, I spend my days indoors alone. I have no friends. I used all my courage to write this letter, so if someone somewhere is reading it, would you like to be my friend? Looks like a child's handwriting. Heh, I doubt this kid would want to be friends with some random old geezer like me. Wait, what am I saying? A friend can be a friend no matter the age difference. This must be a sign from Undine. I can't just ignore this child's plea. I'll write it back. Let them know they've got a friend in me. Ah, that should do it. Could you take this bottle to the beach at Pritter Ridge and release it into the ocean? If you threw it into the bay here, the current would just carry it straight back to us. Okay, the rest is up to you. Feelings bottled up 1. Oh boy.
Yes!
Asparagus, a crunchy vegetable with an addictive texture. Release the bottled letter into the sea and watch the current carry it away from shore.
Taking this?
Stumble beans, tasty legumes. When cooked, they turn sweet, fluffy soft.
Keep them.
This appears to be an article seldom seen.
Taking this?
Pickled parsley, an herb with a spicy kick to it. It may make a great garnish for a dish. There we go.
Let us proceed. Post haste.
Let me see. Is this?
Wrath of Water.
I've gathered enough mana.
Hey! Ancient ruins of Quasi-Amours. Oh well, those are big. These seem to be the ruins of the Quasi-Amours.
Oh, hello!
Look who it is! You got those ingredients I requested? Let me see here. Yep, that's everything. Thanks, kid. Time to get that fire started. One legless seafood stew coming right up. And voila! Bet your mouth's watering right now. Here, I got a portion for you. I made too much for myself and I don't want it to go to waste. Come on, take it.
Helping out people in need can be so rewarding.
You brought me the deep wings? Thank you. Wow, they really are smooth. Now that I have these, I can get to making that dress straight away. Thanks again.
That was a great new experience.
Oh, it's you again. Did you release the bottle into the sea like I asked? Great, thanks. It's not much, but here's a little something for your troubles. I hope my message makes it.
Helping out people in need can be so rewarding.
Wait a second. What's that smell? I know that aroma. That's Ledga's seafood stew. You there. Would you kindly share some of that stew with me? Thanks a lot. Oh man, the smell of home. Don't mind if I do. Ah, that hit the spot. Sorry about that. When I get immersed in my studies, I have this terrible habit of completely forgetting about eating, sleeping, and other stuff. But after a little Ledga's Bay cuisine, I feel as good as new. Now I can wrap up my investigation of the ruins. Thanks. I might have collapsed from exhaustion had you not showed up. Oh, let me give you something for your troubles. Here, take this with you. Found in the ruins, but it doesn't seem to have any historical value. It's yours now. I'm sure you'll put it to better use than me.
I'm one step closer to becoming a true soul guard.
Guide us! We must stand together! Here! On guard! At once! Force and masses come pouring in! Easy!
There we go.
I wonder where could this be?
Oath of Tides. Alright, so that is going to be it for today. So when we come back next time, continuing onward, I get the feeling we're not going to see Hina again until the very end of the game. Unfortunately. I knew Eoren was lying. I didn't realize quite what he was going to do. So, that's going to be all for today, so thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.